The gameplay director for NBA 2K24 went to Twitter and went off with a lot of secret and important information that we're going to break down right now. So come and rock with us. We appreciate you here. Let's go. So as you can see, Mike Wayne, the #1 gameplay director, the king himself, as they call him, has went on Twitter and went off. And today we're going to break a lot of what has been saying down. You're going to hear me explain it in detail as well. We're going to watch some of the gameplay footage for Pro Play. I also have videos for Pro Play and the advanced gameplay article that was written, so go check that out. But for now, we're going to check out everything Mike Wayne. And as I scroll down the Twitter, I want to read off a lot of important factors in the game that is essential. All right, when it comes to animations and SIGs, this thing has evolved beyond anything you can imagine that 2K has done in the past. It has gone very far, guys, and I'm very excited about that. One of the big things that Mike Wayne tweeted about was in the previous NBA 2K23, only 37 SIGs, and 2K24 has 150, and that's just for the SIG signature moves. There's so much more animations in general that we'll get into when it comes to that, but I wanted to start off with that just to give you guys an idea how Pro Play and other aspects are helping the movement continue as we go forward. So super exciting stuff, to say the least. And now let's get into the real deal. We're going to start off with jump shots. We're going to move into dribble information and so much more. All right, so first and foremost, jump shot grades, right? You have your release speed, you have your release height, the defensive immunity, and then the new thing is called timing stability. Mike Wayne explained that timing stability is the replacement feature that's going to help people shoot better. And basically, the higher the stability grade, the better you won't have to deal with fatigue or the defensive speeding up your shot. This is critical. We know that we don't like the shots being sped up. So if you can put something on there that's going to really be helpful, it's good. But he also added that defensive immunity is always one of the most important. That's basically contest, right? If you don't want to get contested and you want to be able to still shoot a clean shot, defensive immunity is very important. So those are the things you want to look out with jumpers, but there's so much more that we're going to get into as we go forward. As you guys know, the green animations and feedback has been delayed in 23 and is going to be in 24. It's going to be not as much, supposedly a little bit less, but that's still in the game. Variable shots timing also still in the game, but it's going to be toned down. The timing impact for shooting attributes, it's also changed so that it can be affected with the new term, which is shot timing stability. So you want to focus on that when you're making your jump shot. And then from there, nobody will be able to see your jump shot meter online. So that's going to be completely gone regardless. Then they also confirmed that the shot meter, when it's turned off, gives you a 20% extra green window. So the increase is pretty good. 20%, that's a plus. So make sure you turn off your jump shot meter. Fades got a buff for the mid-range, and then a big nerf at the 3. That's going to be interesting because a lot of guys utilize that, and that's one of their go-to moves. Understandably so. I've also used it, but we're changing the game, I guess, folks. And we'll see how that works. Mike Wayne continues to just switch things up drastically as we go forward. There's some really cool stuff here that's going to be interesting. It's somewhat defense and offense, but I'm going to get into it anyways. If you do a pump fake and a defender bites on it, you can draw a foul, try to get an and one. It's going to be a very useful tool. In the NBA, it's actually a rule now where players can't land on top of shooters. And also, if anybody's just jumping and they land on a ball handler, they don't have to be shooting. You can still draw a foul because you're not supposed to be landing on people. So this is something realistic in the NBA, and they're putting it into the game, and it's going to be interesting to see somebody like me who can be a little crafty and use that very often. We'll see how it works. And then they have a very interesting one. It says all advanced shot types, spins, step backs got buffed for the mid-range. That's amazing. All advanced layups, euro steps, floaters, reverse, hop steps, spins, quick scoops got a buff too. So you're going to be overpowered if you got a mid-range and a finishing play style. Should be very interesting to say the least. They confirmed that seasonal releases are in the game as far as animations, but the majority of the animations will be there day one. And they also noted that this year is the largest in SIG animation upgrades that there's been in years, and that's thanks to ProPlay being able to capture and create the animations. All right, so then they also have some breakdowns on SIGs. You can do double crossovers. Standing snatchback has been changed, and it's also tied to step back packages. That is interesting for dribble heads. We're gonna see, how that plays out, but that's an interesting one to say the least. And there's a lot more when it comes to finishing and so on. People always wondered about the shot meter and the dunk meter for layups. It's gonna be green, big time green if you're by yourself, but if there's a lot of traffic, it's going to shrink drastically. And they also said that on Hall of Fame and online modes, you have to green to make the dunks, which is very, very good in my opinion. And this is a fun one that I'm going to be making a video for once I get more footage about it. It's basically any body up that's not considered a blow by win from the dribble handler will drain 1 adrenaline bar. So basically, the adrenaline bar, if you body someone up and you just basically play good defense, clamp them up, you can drain a shooter's bar. That's going to be very interesting, and we'll see how that plays out. Somebody like me, very crafty on defense, absolutely love it. Paint defense. All right, this is an interesting one. Paint defense, the majority focus is something that they improved drastically. They said it's a good balance of paint defense this year. Supposedly, we got to find out for ourselves. We know we're pretty good at finishing at the rim, so we're gonna see. All right, so steals and blocks will consume adrenaline bars. That's something that's been in the game. They explained that the first adrenaline bar takes 20% of your steals and block rating. The second will drain 40%, and then the third will drain 75%. It's nerfing your steals and blocks. The more you do it, the worse your ratings get. I absolutely love that. You can equip triple threat dribble emote moves, and that's something that we see here in Mike Wayne's tweet. He put it on the game. It's pretty hilarious. You can see it really small here, but we wanted to put it on the video to show you guys that. And there's a lot of new settings on the controller, just simple stuff for changing toggles for shots, layups, free throws, things like that. Repositioning and resizing on-screen elements like shot meter, player indicator, fatigue bar, and more. That's going to be interesting because I definitely don't like a lot on my screen. The less is better for me. And then they have an important one for rec players. The people trying to go out of bounds will end up grading out from now on, and that is kind of important. There's so much more to talk about and to break down. I did do videos showcasing tons and tons of breakdowns for the enhanced gameplay that Mike Wayne already put out, and then also a breakdown of the trailer that you're watching here. So if you want to go check that out, and if I earned your like, comments, and subscribe, it's much appreciated. We're gonna be building up throughout the year, giving you guys nothing but the best for NBA 2K. This is the reliable spot to go for all the good news and information. I hope it was useful. I'll see you guys soon on the next one. Peace.